I think we're ready to get started a bit early this week, because we're 10 minutes early. I don't have anything to do for 10 minutes, so I might as well just start now. Hopefully people are actually gonna drop in. If not, we will see. We're gonna make our way to Jasmine's gym today, because we didn't do that last week, because I did literally only grinding and capturing Pokemon. Let's go over the team real quickly, for anybody that is not caught up to speed, because I didn't watch last week's stream, which very, very fair indeed. We've got, maybe we can do this in a, like... Yeah, okay, we can. We've got Manjomi the Butterfree with Tackle, Sunspore, Giga Drain, and Poison Powder. We've got Kano the Girafarig with Tackle, Growl, Confusion, and Stomp. We've got some name, the Mischievous with Shadow Ball, which is a TM I gave it. Psywave, Spite, and Confuse Ray. We've got Bob, the not Totodile, not for Alligator, Croconaw, that's the name, with Icy Wind, Water Gun, Rock Slide, and Crunch. And we've got Maya with Raplia, Sting, and Bide. Then finally we have Chantaro, however the hell you pronounce that, with Tackle, Sand Attack, Gust, and Quick Attack. That's going to be the team we're going to go into the Steel Gym with. Slightly not smart. Maybe. Yeah. But I'm out of captures. And I honestly don't think there's much more to be gained other than, I guess, levels, right? There's number, like, there's strength in getting levels. But as far as, like, evolutions or new moves go, we're probably pretty good as far as that goes. So I'm just going to go into the gym. If we lose, we'll just go to another gym. And I guess this is this the last stream of this? Hold on a moment. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, so we've got next week after this still. So maybe if we can survive, maybe we can keep this on NUZLOCKE all the way through. That would be fan-fucking-tastic. Anyway, Olivine City. I am terrified. There's only one trainer in here, which is the gym leader herself. So I can't even, like... This is terrifying. It's terrifying to go into this, because I have no idea what I'm up against. I would very much have liked a ground or a fire type here, or a fighting type for that matter. So, let's start off with, I guess we want to start off with a Shadow Ball, because it's probably going to be something that can hit everything, right? I'm expecting the Magnemite to be early, so I don't want to lead with Bob. I only want to go into Bob once the Steelix comes out, obviously. How many Pokemon do you have, Jasmine? Okay, so you've only got 2 Pokemon still. That is great. Okay, you lead with a Magnemite, and then you're going to have a Steelix. Hey Wayfinder, welcome. I am terrified of this gym. A little bit less so that I know that she only has 2 Pokemon still. That is a real good help. Let's see what this Shadow Ball does. It's a critical hit. Wait, Supersonic doesn't affect Ghost types in this generation? Psychic maybe? A Psywave, not Psychic. I wish I had Psychic. That would make this entire thing a lot better. Oh, so that was just... It missed. I don't know. Maybe I want to confuse you. Maybe I want to confuse you too. Maybe that's a good idea. Is that a good idea? I feel like that's a good idea. Let's try it. I'm going to hit myself in confusion trying to confuse you. Aren't I? No. Okay, so hit yourself in confusion. Another Psybeam with a high damage roll. That'll take out the Magnemite. I might have over-prepared for this. I'm not going to lie. Because it feels like this is not going to be that big of a deal. So let's start planning which gym are we going to go to. I can still hit myself in confusion, obviously. I didn't. Which gym are we going to go to after... Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a lot better. So after this gym, which one is next? We both hit ourselves in confusion. If you hit yourself in confusion again, that would be... Of course, you wouldn't. That would be too nice, wouldn't it? At least I'm not confused anymore, and you missed. And you're not confused. Oh my god. Shadow Ball should be able to take you out of this range. And I outspeed. I do not outspeed anymore. Never mind. Let's switch the fuck out. Not into my flying type, obviously, but maybe a Kano can do something. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get confused again, because that wasn't annoying at all. It was. I guess confusion is the best thing I have. Probably confusion would have been better to begin with than using Mischievous. No, it wouldn't have been, because you couldn't use Sonic Boom against Mischievous. If you hit yourself and oh no, if you... Okay, Sonic Boom won't take me out. But I can't stay in, right? I can't. Manjome, you're gonna keep using Sonic Boom. I just don't know if Manjome can outspeed, is the thing. I definitely don't want to go into Bob. If Manjome doesn't outspeed and gets hit by a Thunder Shock, I think was using, not even Thunderbolt, Thunder Shock, I am utterly destroyed. And there's a good chance that it does not outspeed. Will Giga Drain be better than Tackle? I think... Okay, I outspat. This should kill. You have so little HP. At this range, you should die, right? Okay, you did. That actually had me scared for a moment, because if that was 2 HP and I would have only done 1 HP, which wouldn't be unreasonable for it to happen, honestly. If that was not a Magnemite, I would have been in trouble. The fact that it's a Steelix actually helps me, due to its ground typing. I can just... Not Surf, never mind, I do not have Surf. I don't know why I thought I had Surf. I have Water Gun, which is... something. It's Water Gun I have, right? Yeah, which is something. You're playing Smash Ultimate right now. Sounds like fun. Sephiroth was just added, right? I really love that introductory trailer. I think we might have talked about that. I don't know if that was in Discord or wherever. But I like Sephiroth, so I can't really like say anything negative about that. He's got a big ass sword though. A very skinny big ass sword. It is funny to me. It is funny to me how this is less funny to me. How that's not that bad. How both Cloud and Sephiroth have very, very big swords. But the main difference is Sephiroth's sword is very long and like narrow and thin. And then you've got Cloud, which has a very big sword. It's like very long as well. Not as long as Sephiroth's sword, obviously, but still fairly long. But it's mostly like very wide and like very bulky. I'm sure they did that on purpose. I'm sure that's like a design thing to like have them be interesting foils to each other. But still, it's an interestingly done and well done design idea. I am terrified of what is going to happen this turn, but I think we've won this gym without too much trouble. With a critical hit, when it definitely was not needed and or maybe even wanted, honestly. Trying to learn Bite. I already have Crunch. So, no, I will not be taking Bite. Thank you very much. I defeated Leader Jasmine without any casualties. I am relieved. Frankly, just straight up relieved. So, any suggestions as to which gym we're going to go to next? Any gym in either the Kanto or Johto region will do. And that should be Iron Tail? Iron Tail, yeah. Which might actually be somewhat useful whenever I decide to teach it to somebody. Let's actually look at what the Pokemon League has to say here. Official Pokemon League, blah 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 blah. Congratulations on completing another gym challenge. We've updated your account reflecting your new badge. You currently have 3 badges. To help elevate traffic on Cycling Road, we ask that skill trainers use their Pokemon to fly. But this also goes for our boat traffic going to Untitled City. The Pokemon League is grateful for your support. Trainer tips, be aware of the day of the week. So can I not use the boat anymore? Do I have to fly now? Do I have to fly? Can I not use the boat? Because that would suck real bad. I'm not gonna, well, unless somebody tells me to, I'm not gonna go to Untitled City right now. Well, I'm going to go just to try. But not for the gym, because that's not a great type matchup for me. Water type gym? I have a water type. I have a grass type move on my team, but that's about it, and it's only got 5 PP. But I am curious to see, can I not use the ferry anymore? Because that would suck real bad. I named my Piplup Bob because upstairs from Ags. Piplup Bob. Oh my god, I can't read. I named my Piplup Bob people upstairs from Ags. Okay, so now that's just either I am having an aneurysm or that doesn't make grammatical sense. But you named your Piplup Bob is what I gather from that, which I fully approve of. It seems like I still can, in fact, use the ferry. I don't know where I'm going, is the issue. Because I just mashed the A button. But we're gonna find out. I'm guessing the default option is Untitled City. Island. I don't know what the actual proper terminology for that is. Yeah, so we're in Signwood. Okay. Let's see, where do we want to go next? If nobody has any suggestions as to where I should be going next, I guess I get to choose myself. In which case, that's a real good question. That's a really, really good question. Our team at the moment is... Oh, I actually... No. Let's not choose yet. Let's not choose yet. Should we choose? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I go to name my Piplup Bob. My brother did something where he got 2 Piplups, and then I named one Bob, and traded one from my old DS to the new 2DS. Oh, okay, that makes... Now I understand. That's a kind of cool little story you get it, eh? So, what I'm planning to... I don't have already healed, but I am very paranoid. Let's just go backwards, going towards Newbark Town. That way we get a couple of captures on the way. And I think one of those captures might be in Sprout Tower, which could potentially be a Bellsprout, which is a grass type, which is something that I could probably use. So, at the moment, that is what I'm thinking, until anybody tells me to go to any other gym, and I will do that. But for the time being, that does seem like a good plan. Now we can take out the Flying Type gym without too much trouble, because we've got Icy Wind. So that should really help out quite a lot. So we go south here. I love the fact that we have a run button in Gen 2. Playing Gen 2 after this is never going to be the same. I could make some Pokeballs with Kurds, I imagine. Playing Gen 2 after this is never going to be the same, because I'm just going to have the slowest walking speed ever. Then again, I don't think you really do need to play any other Gen 2 game if you just are open to playing this ROM, because this is the definitive version of playing Gen 2. You can play things in any order you want, and this is technically a different route? Okay, I didn't actually realize it. Let's see if I have Pokeballs. I have 8 Great Balls. That should be good enough to catch like a Rattata or something around here somewhere. Wait a second, is the Sudowoodo still there? That's Route 35? It doesn't seem like the Sudowoodo is still there. Okay, first encounter for this set of gyms is Snubble. The actual starter you chose was Chimchar. Honestly, I like Chimchar more. So, I do support that decision. Chimchar, even though, yeah, it's part of the, like, 3 generations in a row where you had fire, that's close, fire fighting dual type starters when it fully evolved, I really like the entire Chimchar line, really. Chimchar is just cute as hell. And then you have Monferno, which is one of the few middle stage starter evolutions which doesn't look like crap. And then Infernape, the design is not fantastic, but it's kind of neat. I like it. Anyway, we need a nickname for this Snubble. It's a female one. Female Snubble. Let's see. Can I think of a... Again, the idea of like doing anime-related names is very nice. Issue is, I don't know a lot of them. So when I don't have a busy chat with like a lot of weeb stuff going on, I don't know what to name my Pokemon. So I guess I default back to what I know and call it like, because only 2 fire types are Chimchar and Rapidash. Rapidash is also kind of neat though. A little bit bland in my opinion, but that's most Gen 1 Pokemon in general are either very memorable and iconic or kind of bland and I sometimes forget they exist. Galarian Rapidash, put it back on the radar though. It doesn't look anything like original Rapidash because it's really, it's still a unicorn, but it's like a fabulous unicorn, you know? Let's go with Bulma. Just because that's the first female name from an anime that I could think of, and Bulma oftentimes is very grumpy, which really kind of fits well with the whole, wait a second, I could potentially catch up. No. I'm not going to catch anything. Damn it. In the Bug Park, because we also could go to Whitney's gym. I still kind of want to go to Sprout Tower. Because I do think that a grass type would really help. Even though if it's a grass type that I can't evolve it, I can evolve it whenever I want, as a matter of fact. Because we... that actually hurts my ears. Because we can just go buy stones in Celadon City, presumably, right? Is that still a thing in Pokemon Crystal, or is that only in Gen 1? I do not know the answer for sure. I'm assuming that's still a thing in Pokemon Crystal. That's a critical hit. That, I don't know if that mattered too much. I think it probably mattered at least a bit. I don't know. I guess we'll find out with this next Voltorb while I check my thingy, Midic, whatever. Yeah, okay, that was a notification I got. I'm sorry for being distracted. Okay, so the critical hit definitely did matter there last turn. So right now we're level 21. Maybe we should be switching out. Maybe we shouldn't be leading with our level 20 Pokemon. It does make fighting a lot easier, admittedly, but it also doesn't make for the most balanced... Yeah, okay, so nothing we have really... I guess Mia. This and this, both real bad ideas to send in against Voltorbs. So we go to the Poison type, which is Weeping Bell and Victory Bell dual typing with Poison? Because if so, we're definitely going to get rid of Mia very quickly. If we get the Bellsprout, that is. If we like get a Rattata, that is... Oh, that is not great. If you get a Rattata, that might actually be Dupes Clause now. You're level 22. I'm level 15. That makes a lot of sense why I'm dealing a lot of damage. Can I... Wait, does rep still immobilize you in this generation, or was that fixed after Gen 1? I don't know, but either way, it doesn't seem to be dealing a lot of damage. So let's go back into a higher level Pokemon. The Sonic Boom, for some reason, I think you can deal way more damage if you just like use tackle, at least against the Pokemon I had out before, or against a Kano. I want to say a Kano every single time because it just makes more sense. It feels more right. But against a Kano, Sonic Boom is the better option. But you wouldn't have known that I was sending out that, so I think you're cheating. That being said, I guess we do have to do a little bit of switch training this way. Which is fine. It's just a tiny bit tedious. But just a tiny bit. Not too much. If I could send out Manjoma or something, but flying type, so I really can't do that against a Voltorb. We can just stomp again. Keep screeching. I don't even know what does screech do. Sharply decreases defense. Okay, but I don't think you have any moves that actually take advantage of that. Because you probably have like Thunder Shock, which is a special move. You have Sonic Boom, which is a certain amount of damage. You have Screech. You might have Self-Destruct, which probably would have killed me either way. So that probably didn't matter too much, did it? Oh my god! I didn't even get the chance to move. How is that fair? That's not fair. At least this is a Fire Breather, which means that I can send out Bob. I didn't ought to change my leading Pokemon, as a matter of fact. So yeah, that's another real good thing not to send in Manjoma against, because Manjoma would fucking die. Then again, I think... what's its face? Pidgeotto. I don't know the nickname we gave it anymore. I wonder which is more powerful at this point. Because Rock Slide is a more powerful move, but this got Stab. They're both super effective. I think Rock Slide will deal more damage. You're gonna die either way, so let's just do it the satisfying way and use the Water type move. Just because it feels more right. I swear to God, if you... We're gonna try Rock Slide, and if this takes out the Magmar... I'll be slightly annoyed. At least a little. Okay, maybe more than a little. I'll be pretty annoyed. I'll admit that. I'll be pretty annoyed. It'll also be... Oh my god, it did take you out. So, literally the only reason for me to ever use Water Gun is against a Rock Ground type, is what you're telling me. We even get to test how much damage it would actually do against a full HP Magmar. Which I think is a lower level than the last one, so I should keep that in mind. I think the last one was level 21, which is weird. Or is that just because I was level 21 that I think that that's probably the case? That was a critical hit. So long story short, I do not have any data. But I did one-shot it, so at least there's that. At least there is that. Do me got potion. Me got potion. Me use potion on me Pokemon. Because me Pokemon, me almost dead. And now we go back to proper English. Thank you very much. Let's use one against... Against my... I don't think you use potions against Pokemon. I think you use them on Pokemon. Me has the lowest level, so let's switch... her? I think her, right? Let's check. I presumably it's a female name. Let's switch her up front for some switch training, where I just ran into that one, didn't I? I fully did. No questions asked. I just face first ran into this fight. Let's see. Do you have a grass type? You have the opposite of what I wanted. You have a ground type. Well, I wanted a ground type. I killed both of my options last episode, which was not a great time at all. You might have a rock type move, so I'd better not go into anything with a flying type attached to it. Or you can just use Scratch, that also kind of works. I don't think you'll outspeed me. I mean, this is a situation where Water Gun also works better, because Rock Slide wouldn't be super effective. So there is more situations where Water Gun would deal more damage. I did not expect that to one-shot. Then, what's his face? Rock Slide, that's the name. So, maybe I was being a bit overly dramatic there. What are we going to do? I also, okay, so I need a grass type, but also really kind of need an electric type. Issue is, I don't know where to get an electric type other than all the way in the power plant, which is quite bothersome to go get one that way. So let's see if I can use Bite against this fucking Zubat, which confuses me. Let's see if I can use Bite against it and see how much damage we deal. Let's see how much damage we deal. That's 9 damage against myself. And then Leech Life is real bad in this generation, though, is the thing. So that's literally 1 HP damage. Please do keep using that. Do not hit yourself. How much does Bite deal? And that ain't a lot. That ain't a lot at all. At this rate, we're going to like make it to one more gym. Maybe. Today. I need to get like critical hit flinches. That's what I need to get here. At least you're not really healing off of these Leech Lives because they're only dealing 1 HP apiece. And even if they're dealing 2 HP, you're only getting back 1. Every turn you're getting back 1 HP, but I'm dealing about, assuming you also have about 40 HP, I'm probably dealing like 8. Okay, so when you use Bite, you flinch me first time. When I consistently use Bite, you don't flinch at all. That's how this works. Is it? I don't think I'll win this unless you use a Leech Life now. Oh, the fucking confusion is horrible. Okay, I got through Bite. If I hit myself and you bite me, I die. One of those has to not happen. At least, okay, so Leech Life, I just need to hit this Bite. If I don't, I can always just switch out. I'm not long. Okay, we actually took out the Zubat. It took about 3 million years, but we took it out and it gave us like 15% XP, which is not as much as I would have liked or hoped. Then again, it's just a Zubat, so I probably should have seen that coming. Let's go into Manjoma for this one, because it doesn't seem like they have rock-type moves, maybe. And even if they do, I can probably one-shot it with a Giga Drain. So, I can definitely one-shot it with a Giga Drain, is what I mean. If a Water Gun, admittedly a stab Water Gun, but if a Water Gun can one-shot, a Giga Drain can one-shot. I'm fairly confident in that assessment. Oh my god, you lived. What the fuck? How? Why? Is my special attack that horrible? Or is Croconaur's special attack just unusually high? Because usually that's more of a physical Pokemon. I am flabbergasted, I think is the right word here. I do think that it is indeed the right word. Anyhow, that was fun. Let's not fight anybody else after you, is what I was definitely gonna say. For sure. Hey, we've got a Snubble. We've got a Snubble. We also are facing a Vulpix. Again, I would have very much liked to have a ground type. Or a fire type. Not for this Vulpix, but it is a Vulpix we're facing, which reminds me of the fight. The fact that I don't have a fire type. So many F words. Fight, fire, facts. fool. I didn't say it, but like, that's just always present because me. Fucking idiot is also another good one. What's some other fun afterwards? That'll say for work. Let's just crunch. Why? Because variety. Oh no, variety is a V, not an F. Don't know how I messed that one up. Oh, you only have one Pokemon. Oh, you're great. I like you. Because you're easy to kill. Well, no, we didn't kill anybody. We only make the Pokemon faint. That's what we do. We don't kill anything. Unless it's our own Pokemon. In which case, they definitely do die. Okay, so we could go into Whitney's gym and just take that one out right now when we're here. But I don't want to do that as a thing. Because Whitney scares me. I didn't think you'd have that kind of range. But kudos to you. Kudos. Can't we get an egg? I think we can get an egg. Which has one of the baby Pokemon in it. So that's Smoochum, Alakid, or... That's not great for me. Or Magby. All of which are really good to have. Smoochum least so. But still really good to have. Because that's a Psychic and Ice type potentially on my team. That's magnitude 6. Laughable. But obviously, preferably, I'd get a Magby or an Alakid, which both take fucking forever to evolve, and they'll take a long time to hatch as well. But at least I'll have them. Which is more than I do now, which is not having them. It's a very subtle little difference, but there's a little word in there. It's 3 letters long. It's N-O-T. It's not. And that means that I don't have them. And I want to have those typings. So at least one of those typings will be added if I can get that egg. Though I don't know if you can still get that egg or if I'm just entirely making that entire thing up. Because that is very plausible, actually. I think the daycare gives you an egg. Well, obviously the daycare gives you an egg if you put Pokemon in there, but I think first time you talk to the lady, she gives you an egg with a random baby Pokemon in it. And it's not Togepi, because Togepi you get from Mr. Pokemon. Which makes me think, the entire thing about like Professor Oak and Professor Pokemon like handling the egg, like what the hell is this? Meanwhile, not that far from where Mr. Pokemon lives, these people have just figured out Pokemon breeding all on their own and haven't, like, told anybody? Because that's kind of what I'm picking up here. And honestly, I gotta say, that's a dick move. That is a dick move. Mostly figuratively, but also kind of literally. Okay, Manjome is a risky move to go into, but I really don't want to overlevel Bob even more than Bob already is. So we're going to go into Manjome, assuming that you're going to go for a magnitude, which I actually will not be damaged by. Hoping that I will outspeed you and I can Giga Drain you, which does in fact happen. Okay, that is marvelous. Absolutely fantastic, because this is going to take out the Geodude. Maybe even get Manjome to level 17 as well. That would be great. No, of course not. And the last one is a Slugma, which we go back into Maya, then we go into Bob, I guess, because we're facing so many Pokemon that I would like to have. It's kind of unfair. It's like the game is dangling them in front of me, showing me, look at all these things you could have if you just went to the right places, which I definitely just totally can as well. Because it's an open world, I can go wherever the fuck I please. But I just, for some reason, don't. Also, I'm poisoned now, which in this generation can kill outside of battle. So I'm definitely going to run back to the Pokemon Center ASAP after this fight, which somehow you survived that. I'm not a fan of the idea of you surviving that, honestly. But we can just crunch you and kill you. Okay. Healing time. Then we go check if we can get an egg. If we can get an egg, that's actually going to be huge. And the Pokemon Center is so close that I didn't even need to worry. I had like 40 HP left. Whatever was going to happen, I was going to make it to the Pokemon Center. I was a little bit scared. Because I thought the Pokemon Center was at the other side of the city. Which would have made like 3 points of damage difference. But there's 3 points of damage that my paranoid brain really did care about. But all was good. Because we can now go into here, and I think if I talk to you... I'm the daycare lady. Do you know about eggs? My husband and I were raising some Pokemon, you see. We were shocked to find an egg. How incredible could that be? Should I raise the Pokemon, raise a Pokemon for you? No. I'm the daycare man. Do you know about eggs? I was raising Pokemon with my wife, you see. We were shocked to find an egg. How incredible is that? Well, wouldn't you like this egg? Then fine, this is yours to keep. You have, okay, so you can actually get an egg. I really, really hope, I very much doubt it, but I really hope that this ROM hack also includes, like, at least this egg, but preferably all eggs. I guess we got rid of you for the time being. Preferably all eggs, to just be one-step hatches, because hatching eggs is tedious and nobody likes it. And since so much tedium, like story-related events and such, were taken out anyway. Yeah, it's not a one-step hatch kind of deal. Okay, that is too bad. Have I had an encounter on this route yet? No, I have not. So if I run into anything... I kind of figured if I walked in the grass, you wouldn't come fight me. I was mistaken. At least you have something that I can use my flying type against. The gods have spoken. Then again, I can also use my psychic type against this, which is already out. So we're using Confusion, and then we're switching the team around after I exit this battle, because I forgot that Akano is actually not low-leveled anymore, because I did a lot of grinding with her last episode. And then you have a Diglett, which is less useful for Shantaro. So I guess we go into Menjome and see what happens with that whole dealio. At least level me up to level 17 and not going to give me Psychic, because again, I called you as a Caterpie at level 10, meaning that by the time you became a Butterfree, you were level 12, so you couldn't learn Psychic anymore. Still pissed about that. Still very, very pissed about that. Because the move relearner doesn't exist in this game. So I can't even, like, go relearn Psychic. It's bullshit. Maybe the move relearner was put back into this ROM hack. Actually, I didn't check that. Maybe it was. Because it was originally introduced in Gen 3. It's not a mechanic that exists in Gen 2. But so much has been changed about this game, it wouldn't surprise me if the move relearner actually exists in this game. Okay, this is an encounter. We need to remind ourselves this is an encounter, unless it's a Dupes Clause, which... Oh, me likey that. Oh, I like that a lot. I love that. I just need to catch it in one turn. Which I like significantly less. Oh, Abra, please. I'm not looking. 1, 2, 3. Oh my fuck, we got so close. We got so close to getting an Abra. Well, bye Abra. There she goes. That's our second encounter for this this gym cycle. And we have to get through the entirety of the Ilex Forest as well. Well, we can't not get an encounter. That's where you get Sudowoodo here. Okay, that makes... I would very much like to catch you and use you as my Butterfree instead, because you'll have Psychic. I cannot do that, because that is Duke's Claws. So can I just, like... No, I still need to Squirtle for that. Which I didn't get. Honestly, I don't mind it too much. I didn't really... I don't think I really need a Rock type. Then again, we are going towards Falcon's Gym, but I'm mostly going there for the Sprout Tower. Because again, I want the Bellsprout. So maybe it's a good thing if I can't get an encounter in this entire forest. If it's just Metapod in here, I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, we have a Grass type. Hello, Parasect. Or Paris, it is actually at the moment. It's going to be a Parasect soon enough. We have a Grass type, which means that we do not need to go back to Sprout Tower. Also, we do not need a Grass Stone to evolve you. So you just stay. You didn't stay. And we also have a Bog type immediately with that. We already have a Bog type. So you probably want to get rid of Manjome for this one. Due to the Bog typing being on both. And we already have a Flying type. We already have a Psychic type. We have a Grass type now. We will have a Bog type. So with Paris on the team, I don't think we necessarily need a Butterfree anymore. That being said, we need to give a nickname to this female Paris, which we are going to call... It is a Parasect. What is the word I'm looking for again? It's not a Parasect. Parasite, that's the word I'm thinking of. It is a parasite. So, what kind of parasitic things? I mean, I recently watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, in which they obviously have the mind-controlling parasites. So, we can go with one of the Bracelet Girls' names for that. Which one has the most amount of red in it? I guess Serena. With, like, the jacket, right? Does anybody have, like... Yuzu has pink hair, but that's not really red. So I guess we go with Serena. Doesn't really fit that well, but I don't want to spend the entire day on this screen not having a name. Where's the R? Serena. That's our Grass type. So where do we go now? Because my entire plan was getting a Grass type. I guess we go back to Whitney's gym, maybe? Maybe that wouldn't be the worst idea ever. Or we can just do Bugsy's gym. Hold on, we can just do Bugsy's gym next. That... If you're telling me that if I could have held on 2 more encounters, I could have gotten a Salabite, I'm gonna murder somebody. Did you come to see the shrine? Legend says that this forest has a Pokemon that is watching over it. I heard that Kurt in Azalea Town knows something about the forest protector, but I'm too shy to go ask about for myself. I hope that one day I can meet it. It would have been real unlikely for me to... Hello, Weedle. It would have been really unlikely for me to get that Celebi. Probably anyway, just due to catch rate. Unless it's a Pokemon that just joins your party, like, just... It's like, hey, you are the main protagonist. I'm gonna be with you from now on. Because that's how games work. there would have been a very low likelihood of me actually catching the Celebi anyway, because its catch rate is so low. I don't really have Pokemon that can put it to sleep. I don't have Ultra Balls. I don't have a Master Ball. But maybe, like, maybe Kurt could have, like, given me the GS Ball, which could have functioned as a Master Ball specifically only on Celebi. Something like that. It's not too far-fetched. Let's go talk to Kurt, just to see. And Mr. Pokemon is here as well. Huh? A girl from the forest told you I knew something about the forest protector? To be honest, I don't know a lot. Even though I've lived here a long time. If you're really curious, you'll go see my friend, Professor Oak in Palatown. You can fuck right off. Tell him Kurt sent you. Now then, I can make balls from apricots. Collect them for me, trees, and bring them to me. I'll make balls out of them. Do you have apricorns for me? Fine, I'll turn them into a ball. Which apricorn would you like me to use? I guess the black apricorn? Because that'll make a heavy ball, right? That might be useful. You're Mr. Pokemon, right? How are you doing? From Sills, since they kept Pokeballs of the assembly line, I'll sell them for you cheap. Wait. Oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, you just sell me Pokeballs. You just straight up sell me Pokeballs. That's all you do. That is amazing. That all being said, I don't really have a lot of money right now to buy Ultra Balls. I'm gonna get it like 5 Ultra Balls just to have some. But that's really good to know. Azalea Town, you can buy specific. There's a Slowpoke on top of this roof. You can buy specific balls. That's real nice. What kind of Pokeballs can we actually buy in the Pokemon by now? Can we already buy Ultra Balls? Doesn't look like we can. We can buy Super Potions though, which is also very useful. Fuck it, let's go with 15 of those. And held items. Also held items. Metal Powder, Defense of Ditto, Ping Bow, Normal Type Move, Spell Tag. Oh, these are really expensive. Which makes sense. Because they're held items that power up moves. It's good to know that I can get those, presumably only in Azalea Town as well. Man, Azalea Town, if that's true, is really, really useful. Being able to buy a variety of different Pokeballs there. And also buy the, like, a lot of the type boosting items. Like, I definitely probably want a Mystic Water for Bob, and I probably want, like, actually, now I think about it, it's about time that we restructure the team a tiny bit, don't you agree? Let's deposit the Manjumi and let's withdraw Serena. Because we're going to need to do a lot of grinding for Serena. Because Serena is level 6 and Serena sucks at the moment. And we can't have a Pokemon that sucks on our team now, can we? Centauro also might actually be a good way to level up both those Pokemon at once. Is using this gym for switch training. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't really want to get an encounter in Slowpoke well, is the thing. What is that thing down there? Is that a Wooper? Because if that's a Wooper, I might... And don't get mad for this one. But if that's a Wooper, I might be okay with retiring Bob for the time being. Because Wooper is also a ground type. And that's kind of neat. So... This might be your last battle, Bob, for the time being until that Wooper dies. I don't even know if that's a Wooper I could catch. Maybe that's just like an intractable Pokemon in the overworld which you can't catch. Like the Slowpoke in Azalea Town, right? And maybe it's not even a Wooper. I'm getting hyped. I'm hyping myself up for a Wooper that might not even exist. And Serena's learning things, which is great. And Bob is leveling up and it's not going to be put to good use, probably. And again, something that I can actually use my flying type for. Unless you're way too high level, which you kind of are. You kind of are. I'm still going to do it. I don't even know what Shantaro's moveset is. I already forgot. I showed you like 45 minutes ago. And I already forgot. Okay, Seismic Toss is not a good type. Probably not too bad. Okay, oh yeah, that does the exact HP damage equal to the user's level. That's right. Gusts. Probably won't one-shot, but you probably can't. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. That is not a lot of damage. Okay, so what we'll do instead is we'll go into the thing that literally cannot be hit with fighting types. And really fucking needs to get a better Psychic type move. Because Psywave just ain't cutting it. Also, Psywave cannot hit super effectively, so I don't know why I did that. Sure, lower my defense. So that when you cannot hit me, it'll deal more no damage. Sure. That seems like a viable strategy. Good idea. Okay, let's see. Can we get this Wooper? Huh? A wild Wooper appeared. We can! We're gonna get a Wooper. I don't know what level it's gonna be. That's not a Wooper. That's a child. And it doesn't even use Wooper. I am disappointed in myself for believing that it was actually going to be a Wooper, partly, but also kind of in the game, because it even said a wild Wooper appeared, and then a wild Wooper very much did not appear. That's a dick move. It's a real dick move. I guess at least it's decent experience, right? For Serena. Maybe Serena will be somewhat useful one of these days. Zubat. Who's going to take out Zubat is the question. I'm playing Pokemon Diamond. Cool. Where in the game are you? Wait, is this a pre-programmed shiny, or did I just get a shiny inside of a trainer battle? Because if it's the latter, no. This has to be pre-programmed, right? That has to be pre-programmed to be shiny. I don't know if you can do that in Gen 2 or not. I know in later generations you can, but I think you can anyway. Can you? Oh, you definitely can in Gen 2 because the Red Gyarados. Yeah, no, you definitely can in Gen 2. So this is probably pre-programmed to be a shiny. That's what I'm going to choose to believe. Because I don't want to have run into a shiny inside of a trainer battle. I have heard of people who've had this experience of running into a shiny that is owned by a trainer so you cannot catch it. And that is a painful thought. I have ran into shiny that I have killed. More than once. And this is not like a Gen 6, 7 or 8 shiny. This is a Gen 2 shiny if this is actually random. Which actually means that it's rare, because it's really not that rare anymore. Gen 6 onwards, shiny hunting became... how do we say this in a way that doesn't offend people? Comparatively less tedious. I'm in a place that's a lot of fog. It's annoying. Oh yeah, I don't like that place because if you don't have defog, all of the battles you do also have like the fog enabled there, which means that you literally miss like every other move. It's really annoying. It's the route after the Psydex which you have to use the secret potion on, right? Or are you in the cave that has the fog? Because there's 2 places in the game that has fog, which you have to go through. Croconaw flinched. Okay, keep him coming. Keep him coming. Also not dealing anywhere near as much damage as I was hoping. My god, did I really flinch you twice in a row? Okay, if I did have bad luck getting a shiny in a trainer battle, I had amazing luck at the Pokemon after that. So I'll... Okay, so there's your Wooper. I'm just saying, I'm expecting you to give me this Wooper when I win. Because I want the Wooper. Why are you so mean? Because you acted like you were a fucking Wooper. Which you weren't. Matter of fact, worldly known facts is, kids are the opposite of Woopers. Because I like Woopers. And I fucking hate kids who are annoying and make a little noise. And the only person around here is allowed to be annoying and make a lot of noise is me. Anyway, this Wooper doesn't stand a chance. Okay, so why does the special attack drop with Crunch? I guess Crunch is actually a special attack in this generation, isn't it? Wait. Oh, you have a berry juice. Which is better than a berry because... that special defense drop did a lot. I didn't expect the damage difference to be so huge. So my real question, after all of this, do we get a Wooper? We get 3 rare candies, which I would have rather had a Wooper. But sure, my parents bought me this costume to blend in so the Woopers would stop attacking me. I'm trying to act like them. Well, you had me fooled. You had me fooled real good. Now I want a Wooper. And I still do not have a Wooper. So I'm going to try to get a Wooper. And then I'm going to try to get a Whopper. This stream is not sponsored by Burger King. Because I'm not on Twitch, so they can't just like send bits and have a text-to-speech message. That's a really scummy tactic. But I also kind of respect it because it's really clever. You're gonna fight me? I don't think... You're not gonna fight me if you just turn away. The Union Cave. This is my 4th encounter because Abra and then the Egg also counts as an encounter. Yeah, okay. So this is my 4th encounter. We're not going to get through this entire cave without encountering anything, so might as well just encounter something in the cave right here. And it is actually a Geodude. Okay. We have a second chance. We have a second chance at a Geodude. Last time we fucked up real bad. This time, I don't have anything that can even get close to damaging it. So, well, I have a lot of things that can damage it, but just not on this Pokemon. Oh, this is going to be taking a while. But I also, actually, have Ultra Balls, which is going to increase my chances of actually getting this Geodude. I think if I just throw an Ultra Ball, I'll probably get it. Is my thinking. So let's throw the Ultra Ball. I didn't buy him for nothing. I bought him to use him, so I might as well. Let's see how this goes. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Would have been too easy. It would have been too easy. Am I going to use another one? I'm going to use a great board just to see how it holds up. I know that this is not how chance works, but just hanging with me for a second. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. I scored it. Okay, never mind. Again, probability. It doesn't work as straightforward as you probably assume that it does. We need a name. We need a name for this rock. It looks like it's cheering in its animated sprite. I just realized they had to make custom animated Gen 2 sprites for every single Pokemon, because they all have a unique one. Admittedly, there's only 251 in this generation, so they didn't have to make like 900 of them. But they're all animated, so they had to make 2 of them. So that's like 500 images they had to make from pretty much scratch, I imagine. So that's very impressive. I don't know what to call you. You on... well, you also explode. You self-destruct. Who do we know in anime that self-destructs? Probably any anti-hero, really. It's difficult. I'm gonna go with something that's not technically anime. I'm gonna go with Jet from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And hold on, the reason I chose him is because he kind of self-destructs. It's a really inefficient and ineffective self-destruct because he just kind of dies and nothing's really gained by it. Other than the fact that Long Fang decided, okay, I killed 1 kid, let's get out of here without killing the rest. Yeah, I don't know what the strategy behind that was either. Now we get into, I guess we either get rid of the thing I can't pronounce or the thing I mispronounce. I honestly don't think Ghost type is going to be that useful. And I would very much like to keep the Psychic typing. And we have Jet on the team, which is severely underleveled. Again, fucking fantastic. Now I just need the egg to hatch, and actually let's do that first. Actually, hey, let's check how far the egg is from hatching potentially, and maybe I can like map a speed button and we can just walk back and forth for a little bit. I mean, I have a run button, which also does that. Let's check if... does this generation even like give you updates on eggs? I wonder what's inside. It needs more time though. I figured that it did. So is this what we're going to be doing for the next 20 minutes? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I honestly do not know. Depends on... Let's go back and forth a couple of times and see if there's any like different messaging on it. If it's any more positive. Because I'm not going to just do this for 20 minutes straight. That seems insane and ridiculous. This is something that you'd probably want to do off screen. But since this is live, I can't really like do a jump cut until it hatches. I wish I could. I really do. But I can't, so how's your week been? My week's been busy. I today realised that I hadn't recorded and or uploaded the members video again on Saturday, so that's going to go up tomorrow. It's going to be the first thing I do in the morning. Or maybe even after the stream recorded, I don't know, depends. Because the thing is, I was ahead for like a week and a half of backlog in like for Let's Plays until Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories happened. I keep saying Melody of Memories, but it's Melody of Memory, which is just weird. And then I kind of lost my backlog, and now it's really difficult to build it back up because I also like just like I have to do real work sometimes. And that means that it's difficult to get back up, and I need to record a lot of videos last minute. And if I don't have to do that, there's a lot more room for me to record the bonus videos. So what I'm probably going to do tomorrow on Sunday is just record the entire next week of videos. Which is just 3 videos at this point. It's not 5 or 6 videos anymore. So that throughout the week when I have time and I can record again, I can actually record the showdown video and get it up on the proper time on Saturday. For the first time in a month. Because, again, it's been a bit rough with the schedule. Then again, I've only got one member, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even watch them anyway, so... What do you know? It doesn't really matter. That's not an excuse not to do something that you're literally being paid for to do, though. In my defense, if I'm looking at hourly rate from what one member makes it and how long it takes me to. Wonder what's inside. Needs more time. Still needs more time. Does it only have one message in Gen 2? That could very well be the case as well. You know what? Even if it hatches, it's not going to be too useful in this gym anyway. So let's just face this gym and see what happens. At least we can get an estimation for what level we're going to be facing. Okay, you started immediately with a Larian. That is... Oh, that's... not great. It's real not great. Okay. Let's... It's a bit higher level than I was anticipating. That's just a tackle. What is Gauss gonna do? About half. Give me a high damage roll. Give me a high damage roll. Please give me a high damage roll. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. But I can quick attack. Hold on, I can quick attack. I have a priority move. Fuck you. I'm gonna get a lot of experience though, which is not enough to level up Serena somehow? Or does it just not tell you when things level up off screen? So Flora is not gonna be an issue at all. Also, very much not a bark type. It's level 19, but still not a bark type. And this is not a grass type gym, so I don't know what the hell you're on about. But, an easy kill for me is easy experience for me, which means easy leveling up for me. So, I'll take it. And that was resisted. Oh, this could still get ugly. This could still get ugly. I can, at any time. I'm sorry, what? You took that way too well. I have superpowers, so I'll be fine, but I'm just a tiny bit surprised is all. Maybe I should use those rare candies on Shantaro to make the switch training easier, but then again, if I do, I don't really need to switch train anymore, do I? So I don't really know what to do. Because I'm not going to use jets in this gym, because things will probably have like razor leaf and stuff. Oh yeah, sure, use Sunny Day. Oh, but things will be able to use Solar Beam instantly. I really don't care that much is the thing. I'm not going to go into Bob for that specific reason, but against Centauro, it's not really going to be that big a deal. So what's up next? Skiploom. Serena's actually getting up in the levels fairly quickly. Again, I would very much like an EXP share. I have no idea where the fuck to get it. Or how to get it. Like, what are the requirements for it? When can I get it? Where can I get it? How can I get it? I need these answers. Because now that I can't, like, just Poke Hacks levels up, I kind of, like, need the EXP share. I can still gust you. You can't put me to sleep if I'm already paralyzed. You probably should have done that the other way around. Well, you probably should have only done one of the two, honestly. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Anyway. 3 hits for... Let's just go for the quick attack here. No reason to take any risks. Serena's level 12. Still not learning any useful moves. Shintaro just about does not level up, because of course. And lastly, we have a Spinnerack. So, this first gym trainer, which is a duo, but this first gym trainer was like about level 19. I'm assuming that means that the gym leader is going to have Pokemon up to about level 25. Which is a bit on the scary side, to be honest. So maybe giving... I don't know. Maybe giving those red candies to Chantoro isn't a bad idea. Just to make the switch training a little bit easier. And also, just not die in the gym leader fights. I don't know. I think that seems to be probably the best option I have. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check what its level actually is. I think it's 18, so that would have elevated to level 21. It just leveled up, so I'm not losing out on too much experience. I'm thinking that is probably the best thing to do. Let's see. Level 18, right? I'm consistently being underwhelmed with my damage output against these enemies, so I feel like this is justifiable. Let's see if this makes any major difference. I'll also be honest, when I stepped into the gym, I was a little bit thrown off because I was expecting the hard gold version of the gym, which is way more annoying to get through and get back and forth through, mostly. So, it's actually kind of positive, because I'm probably going to have to go back to the Pokemon Center after every fight just because I'm switch training. Hello, Butterfree! I know I just put, like, your, presumably family, I don't want to be, like, racist or anything, or speciesist, pokeist, I don't know, in the box. That's mostly to keep it safe. Everything that's out here can get hurt, can get killed. Things in the box, they're safe until I take them out. So you really should be thanking me. I should just let me kill you instead. It will be very considerate of you to do. Still only does about half damage. Didn't manage to put me to sleep though, which is maybe because I'm confused. That seems like a Gen 2 kind of quirk where they are... when checking for a status condition. Okay, so never mind. I was going to say, maybe when they're checking for a status condition already existing on a Pokemon, when you're using one of those status moves, can you literally not damage me? You can literally not damage me, because you can only poison me, put me to sleep, paralyze me, or confuse me. So poison and confusion are the only ways you can actually damage me. I like that. I woke up and broke through confusion in the same turn, and now Butterfree is dead. Not mine. Not mine. No, not mine. Manjome is great, and Serena actually has something that is somewhat useful now, as far as moves goes, which is... oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, that's going to be a fun thing to take out, because Heracross, I think, is going to give me a decent amount of experience, depending on its level, but it's probably going to be level 21, is exactly what I was going to say. And it's also called weak to Gust. I would very much like to get a wing attack sometime soon. If possible, before the end of the gym. I also don't know when Pidgeotto evolved, because if that is soon, I might also hold out hope for that. Let's actually see. Pidgeotto evolve level. Level 36. Yeah, that ain't happening anytime soon. No way, Jose. That is not happening. Let's see how much a gust does. It probably does about, like, I'm going to say 2/3. That is scarily close to being through to 2/3. Horn attack is also not an insignificant amount of damage. That is Heracross taken care of. 450 split. They both get 450. That's a lot of experience. And then we have a Beedrill. Let's go back into Serena. Serena's actually getting up to the level where we can probably grind decently well against wild Pokemon right now. Especially since it's probably... we need... Damn it! My water bottle keeps falling over. As soon as we get a grass type move, we can probably, like, absolutely tear through either Slowpoke or Geodudes, really. And use Serena for that. For the grinding for Serena, you know what I mean. I'm just thinking about how are we going to level up Jet, because I want to get Jet to a usable level as soon as I can as well. And then we also need to level up the... Oh, this could be bad. Whatever the Ag hatches into. If it ends up being something useful, but I think whatever comes out of it will be something useful, because it will be a Fire, Electric, or an Ice Psychic type. Like, worst case scenario for the team we have right now is that it's an Ice Psychic type, which means that I'm getting rid of Drefric and putting another Pokemon back on the team, which means that there's going to be more grinding even than there already will be. But for the other two, it just like stays on the spot of the team it is right now. If it's an Electric or a Fire type, I need both of those typings. So let's hope that it's one of those, but really, again, any of the options. Unless there's more options and I'm not thinking of one. Because why not doesn't exist in this generation yet. Azurill doesn't exist in this generation yet, I think. So I think it's literally only Magby, Alakid, and Smoochum. Because Togepi definitely can't hatch from that egg. I'm like 99% sure that that egg cannot contain a Togepi, unless it was changed. Which isn't beyond this ROM hack to change, because they changed the starter selection by a lot. There's like 16 starters in this game. So maybe, I don't know. I guess the only way to find out is to hatch it, which at some point is just gonna happen. I'm also thinking that maybe after we beat this gym, which if there's no more gym trainers, I'm not gonna immediately go to... Okay, so there's a couple more gym trainers. After we beat this gym, we're probably gonna call it there for today, because there's nothing else we will be able to do after that. It's probably gonna take another like half an hour for me to actually get through to the end of this gym, by which point well, we'll have another half an hour or so maybe we can do something like catch some Pokemon. You're level 22, but you're also quad weak to my Gust, which again, I'd very much like to get Wing Attack. Pidgeotto's Learn Sets. Let's go. Pidgeotto Gen 2 Learn Sets. Leech Life's not going to do too much. Level 33 is when they get Wing Attack. What the actual hell? That is way too late. Next level I got Whirlwind, which is a thing that nobody cares about. And Wing Attack is also like the last useful move it learns through level up. It learns it before evolving though. Maybe Pidgeots itself learns some more after evolution? But if not, the movesets are real. I know the movesets before Gen 4, arguably before Gen 5, are real bad to begin with. Yes, I know it has the same moveset as, the same learn sets, I should say, as Pidgeotto. So it doesn't really matter too much. This might instant kill. One shot you, please. It does. Okay, good. I mean, it's now 450 experience, but at least it's something. We have a Yanma, which also should not be too much trouble for me to deal with. Okay, we are... I actually like this Yanma sprite a lot. I don't think I've seen it before. I'm not very experienced with Pokemon Crystal. Most of my Gen 2 experiences with Pokemon Gold, specifically, Gold Silver, they're pretty much the same. But specifically Gold is the one I played a lot. This might be... Well, it's not the first time I'm playing Crystal. I own a Crystal cartridge, so surely I've at least completed the game on that. But I'm less familiar with Crystal. The same way I am... the other way around, actually. That was... I don't know what move he used to damage me so much, but I'm assuming it was Sonic Boom. Doesn't matter. The opposite of how I don't know that much about Ruby and Sapphire as compared to Emerald. Because I've actually... I think I've played Ruby for a Pokemon through the years once. But mostly I've just played Emerald, because why play Ruby or Sapphire when you can play Emerald? Same, what could be said for Gold, Silver and Crystal. I do realize that. And the answer is, I don't have a good answer. Every time I think of Gen 2, the first thing I think of is Pokemon Gold. Well, I really should be thinking of Pokemon Crystal, because there's no reason to play Gold over Crystal. But then again, is there a reason to play Crystal over Crystal Clear other than wanting to only play officially licensed Pokemon games? Because obviously this is just a romhack. Because I do think this is a definitive way to play Gen 2. In this open world, no story bullshit adventure. I really do enjoy that a lot. Okay, you have 4 Pokemon. Let's see what you have. Starting off with a Beedrill. Okay. It's only level 16 though, so maybe... Maybe Serena can actually, like, do a thing. Well, probably not, because if you have as much as, like, Gust, you're going to annihilate me. And we definitely need Chantoro to get some more experience as well for Bugsy. Let me look up the Pokemon Crystal normal gym leader levels. I'm assuming they are pretty much the same. Pokemon Crystal... How much damage is that? Not too much, okay. Gym leaders. Let's see what the usual levels are for the 4th gym badge, I think we have right here. So this roughly holds up. 3rd one being level 20-ish, and then usually the 4th one is Aquatic City around level 25. Is what I was expecting. So let's assume it's level 25. That's gonna be rough. It's gonna be real rough if we have to take on level 25 Pokemon. That was super effective and not a critical hit! Okay. I have to remind myself that you are in fact level 16. So yes, my damage is going to be significantly more severe against you than it is against any other Pokemon in this gym. That also was a critical hit, not that I needed it. Next up we have a Pincer, which also should be... Is this a hot take? Pincer should be a fighting type. It looks like a fighting type. It goes flying type when it goes Mega, I know that. But it could just like lose the fighting type and go flying type instead when it goes Mega. Like leaning more into like the bog side of it. But it really seems like it should be fighting type. And I'm not just saying that because it will be really fucking useful for me right about now to be able to do quad damage. Even though it definitely... That ain't good. Oh, that ain't good at all. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that bad. That real bad. Bob, I need you. I need you to throw some rocks on this dude. I just realized that Bob actually has Rock Slide, which is also super effective against everything in this gym. So, we'll be fine. Absolutely fantastic. I'm probably not going to switch train during the actual gym leader fight. because that seems insane to do. And this Pincer is going to split its experience over 3 Pokemon, which is less than ideal. But it's going to be enough to get me to level 20, not 21. I hope it would. At level 16 on Serena for sure. And Chantoro maybe a level? Nope. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Serena. I'm going to pray to everything that is holy that I can live a move, whatever it might be, with Chantoro, heal up, then use Gust. That's the plan for now. So you used Focus Energy, which is scary, but also not too bad for me because I'm likely to outspeed you. So if I can live this Fury attack, which might have like a critical hit thrown in there, statistically speaking, with Focus Energy. Only hit 3 times. That is statistically decent for me. Ghost does not one-shot, but I do outspeed. So I don't even need to use Quick Attack next turn. Don't need to take any of those risks. Just Gust again. Get to level 23 as well that way. Sorry, I had to cough there. And Chantoro levels up. Learning Whirlwind, which we're definitely not going to teach you. Because that seems very useless. I mean, you could probably make it use in some way, especially if you also have Stealth Rocks. And we have yet another Beedrill to go through. I think we've got a rhythm here. This Beedrill's probably going to be level 20. Or 14. 21! Of course, just to prove me wrong, you make it level 21. You have 16, 18, 21. Then again, your Heracross was... Did you have a Heracross? No, you had a Pincer. Was also level 21. So... maybe I'm just bitching for no reason at this point. You're focusing your energy again. You are definitely going to live. And this one might actually outspeed me. It does not outspeed me, which is a good thing. Another one will kill. I just need to not get crit like 3 times with a 5-time hit Fury attack. Again, hit 3 times. And take out the Beedrill. We are ready, I feel, to take on the gym leader. Not the entire team. Like, half my team is either an ag or underleveled. But the 2 Pokemon that matter for this gym are the Flying type and the one with Rock type move are both level 23. I feel like we're ready to take on this gym. I was very I was overprepared probably for Jasmine, but unsure. This one I'm a bit more sure about, but a little bit more underprepared. So that's probably going to mean that either of those, or both of those, and if both of them die, my entire team dies, are going to die. So, let's do this. Hello, welcome to me getting my ass handed to me by Bugsy. I'm leading with Serena still. That's gonna be not great. That's gonna be not great at all. You have 4 Pokemon. Okay. You're starting with a Butterfree. It's level 23. I am in trouble. We can go into Barb and Rock Slide. That should deal major damage against the Butterfree. Unless you put me to sleep. I'm just gonna stay asleep and scout out what else you have, because you might only have... I think you also only have status moves, which I'm kind of okay with. You have confusion. Oh, confusion is the thing that I wanted, not psychic, I'm sorry. You have confusion, that makes sense, because mine doesn't. Okay, so you are actually threatening. And Bob is taking his sweet ass time to wake up. This is the last turn. I can... Okay, I need to heal next turn. This was a mistake. This indeed was a critical hit. It was almost real bad. Okay. Super potion. I don't think you can wake up on potion use in this generation. I don't think you can in any generation, but you might be able to like do so in Gen 1 and 2 because the jank is all hell. Why am I not waking up? This is the longest any Pokemon has ever been asleep for me, I think. Thank you. No. You son of a bitch. If you're on a critical hit now. If you dare. Okay, you didn't. You're going to put me back to sleep. You're going to put me back to sleep, I know it. Just go. Just go. Just go. There we fucking go. We're back to sleep. This is going to take a while. First turn wake up. Here we go. I slept for like a million turns. That's okay. We can go for a second turn wake up. That's okay. That doesn't bother me. Second turn. No. Okay. Third turn wake up. I think 3 turns is roughly the average of how long a Pokemon should be asleep. So now the question is how much damage does it deal? I'm happy with that. I am really happy with that. I cannot express the joy I'm feeling right now by the fact that that actually instant killed. Beedrill. Okay, at least this one won't put me to sleep. It might put me to sleep by how boring it is to kill in comparison to the fucking Butterfree. But I can just potion up. Fury attack even missed. And I can just rock slide. That is a thing that I can do. And I'm not even confused anymore. I frankly forgot that I was confused for a second there. Which is a very confusing thing to forget. Okay, you take that a little bit better than your friend Butterfree. I'll admit that much. I was expecting you to go for a potion there. You didn't, which I guess that's fine. Who's next? Keep them coming. You've got 2 more. Scyther. It's another one to Rock Slide. I am so happy that Bob came with Rock Slide. It's level 25. Okay. I think this is your ace. You might have a Fortress, which might be... You already outspat me. You really didn't need to use Agility. But honestly, if you want to use non-damaging moves, I'm all about that. So please do keep that coming. I was kind of hoping that I would instant kill, honestly. Again, you already outspat me. You did not need to use a speed boost. And then also a priority move. That's just a very stupid combination to begin with. If you were going to use a priority move, 1,000 experience, wow. If you were going to use a priority move, why use agility? And finally, we have Heracross, which is maybe your actual ace? Scythe has a race tomorrow. If he has a race tomorrow, he's going to be in trouble because he's dead. I killed him. I killed him real good. Fury Cutter shouldn't be a real big deal, and we go through this gym without casualties, unless something really like weird happens in this one left turn, but 1 turn left. Grammar, difficult. We've won this gym as well. It was actually kind of tricky, but not that tricky. Mostly the Butterfree was just being annoying. You know, death is temporary. Getting first place is eternal. That is kind of true. I mean, once you get first place, they can't take that away from you. Unless they do. If you get cancelled, they can take away your first place. Like, legally speaking, they probably can. And if it turns out you cheated to get there, like with, what's the cycling thing? Where people were using, like, lots and lots of drugs, but everybody was using them. So people are like, is it really that bad that he used them? He still won. I don't know who. I'm not good with sports, but that happened a couple of years ago, right? So we've updated your account to reflect your new badge. You currently have 4 badges. Congratulations. Collecting up to 4 badges means you're a skillful trainer classification. This is recognized in the TM shop in the department store. And for trainers who wish to expand their culture, we advocate a trip to Acrotique City. That's where I started. Visit the Tin Tower and one of Acrotique's oldest tourist attractions. You can also take a ride as is Aqua by taking a Vermilion Port or Olivine Port. Thank you and have a good day. It wasn't steroids. I think they were like, I think they were blood doping or something like that, which is, I don't know exactly what it is. It's like, is it like using drugs, taking the blood out of your body so the drugs stay in it and then re-entering that blood while you cycle, something like that? While you like do your sports? I don't know the exact definition. I don't do this myself because I don't play sports. So I don't do any doping for sports purposes. You know your that all you have to do is to attach yourself to a back of a car. You can still win. I mean, technically. Anyway, so what's the next gym we're going to go to? We've just beaten Boxy. We have beaten Jasmine, we've beaten Prize, and we've beaten Morty. We can go anywhere in Kanto or Johto. And they all scale to our level. Well, the level based on the amount of badges we have. So which gym are we going to go to next? And I am also allowed to catch 4 new Pokemon. Or at least get 4 new encounters. I think I already healed. Why not Blaine? I actually like that. I do like that a lot, because I've got 2 Pokemon on my team that can potentially deal major damage against Blaine. So let's start to switch train Jet a little bit as we make our way back to Kanto, which I think the quickest way to do that is to probably go to Olivine and take the ferry. So this is going to take a while. We're probably actually like gonna end it once we get to Kanto. But at least we'll have a gym leader to take on next week. I can probably just like, it's going to take way too long. While making our way back there, we're also going to be level grinding. And I probably shouldn't be leveling up Centauro that much. Just because it's not going to be too useful. And Bob is going to be real useful going forward. Also, I probably should look into where I can pick up Surf. Just, that's a good move. I think that's the Kimono Girls. Can I already do that? I don't know if I can already do that. Tried turning crystal clear, but couldn't make it past select your character screen. Like, because there's way too many options, and you just spend a million years on it? Or because you legitimately, like, the ROM crashed or something? I'm loving crystal clear. Let me be crystal clear about that. I'm loving this game. I don't know how I haven't made that joke in 3 streams so far yet. That is kind of amazing. Also, did I get that much experience from only wait a moment. Okay, this is going to take forever if you just keep using Harden. Because I'm going to do 1 HP of damage. Yeah. Yeah, we ain't about that. We're going to just use Water Gun. No, didn't know how to confirm. Yeah, that is. I do remember the menu options being a bit iffy on that. I think you just like press A or start, something like that, maybe. Press the right button, something like that, just to go to the next screen. So or was it you like select the menu item and then press B to cancel out, and that like just confirms it? It was something weird, I remember that much. So I can't really blame you for getting stuck on the on the character selection screen. Because it's real. Wild Bulbasaur! Okay, I am not happy about missing out on that. I would have very much liked to have a Wild Bulbasaur. Well, not a Wild Bulbasaur, I would have caught it, so it would have just been mine. But that makes sense, because this is also supposed to be a every Pokemon sketchable hack, right? So that makes sense that it would be in a forest. Got beaten before I even could get to the Pokemon. That is something even I could have managed. So take some pride in the fact that you fucked up more than I could fuck up. I mean, I'm Piccolo. So that's a thing. Which supposedly means I'm like a real smart person. They always hype up... Okay, so Dragon Ball talk here for a moment. They always hype up Piccolo as being so smart. And like, he's maybe not as powerful as the Saiyans, but he's got like tactics and... That's not really shown that much. He's got a lot of techniques. He's got a lot of interesting techniques, for sure. But does that necessarily mean that he's like smart? Or does that just mean he's got literally nothing else to do all day? Because I don't think that necessarily makes him a smart fighter necessarily. Sometimes, I'll admit, in like the last arc of the anime for Dragon Ball Super, like the tournament arc, and even in the Universe 6 tournament arc, he has like a moment where he actually like uses his brain a little bit, but by and large, he's not that much smarter than the rest of them, and he is still a lot weaker. So I don't know. Like it's a real good example of show don't tell. They really like tell you he's very smart, but they don't really show you. Piccolo just forgets ton of stuff like his stretchy. I know, right? He's got stretchy arms, and he just doesn't use them. His gigantic form, he just doesn't fucking... Well, supposedly that is actually really painful to use as well, I think. So I can understand why... Maybe that's why he doesn't use the stretchy arms as well, because that looked like... Like, if growing giant is painful, I assume that stretchy arms is also painful. But he doesn't use that, like, at all. Worst part is, and I know this is, like, written, directed, and animated by different people, but he does end up using them in, like, at least one movie that I can think of. Like the Cooler movie. He uses the stretchy arms. And I'm sure he uses it in other movies as well. It is infuriating that he doesn't use that. Look, I know things come and go in an anime like that, but still, it's horrible. Actually, we probably want to fight some of you. Probably, to be fair, if we got used to he would feel pain like Kaioken times. True. True, you could probably like train it to be less painful. And the stretchy arms do come in useful in the tournament. Because Gohan fucks up and he needs to pick Gohan's shit up. So it does come in useful a little bit. But that's about it. To save somebody else's ass, not even for offensive purposes. Oh, and he also does use it in... okay, I'll give Dragon Ball Super some credit here. He also does use it against Frost in the Universe 6 tournament. Does Moro use the stretchy arms? I know he uses the regeneration like a lot, because he's like, oh my god, this is amazing! Which, to be fair, if you couldn't regenerate before, and then you can, that's a real upgrade. But does he use the stretchy arms? Because I forget. I mean, if you say that he does, I fully do believe you. We're going Tangela, right? So why am I going back into my rock ground type? Oh, because I'm switch training. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention there for a moment. I was trying to remember where he uses it. Probably just after he absorbs that power. Let's go Chantoro. Frankly, I've already forgotten, like, most of the Mora arc. It was a long fucking arc. I think it lasted for like a year and a half, something like that. It was a bit all over the place. Probably the best the Dragon Ball Super manga has been. Arguably the best Dragon Ball Super has been. He uses it after he absorbs Piccolo and Gohan's techniques. And uses it on Mirrors. Oh yeah, that's why I don't remember, because I was too busy fanboying over Mirrors. That makes a lot of sense. I'm very, like, the new chapter is supposed to come out tomorrow, right? I am very hyped for that. I've seen some spoilers, which I'm not necessarily going to get into here, just in case. And we have a rock type move, thank you. But I'm very interested and hyped to see the start of the new stuff. The Goku Black arc, manga or anime? They both have separate issues in my opinion. I prefer the manga version over the anime version because the anime version is just, frankly, it gets really chaotic towards the end, where they just go back and forth between timelines because they just keep fucking up, which admittedly is real fun to watch. But, like, from a narrative perspective, is just a fucking mess. And the manga does deal with that a bit better. And the manga also has just a regular, normal Super Saiyan Goku Black, which I kind of like as well. Yes, it's tomorrow. And then you've got the Granola arc. The things I've seen from it, like I can talk about the promotional stuff, right? Because that's the purpose of it. It's like not league draft pages. Like the stuff. Oh no. Let's go into Bob. I'm very interested because people have been saying that like 7-3 was going to be relevant to the next arc maybe, and that turns out to be at least somewhat true, which is, I'm glad about that, because his power is a very interesting idea. The only question I have is, oh my god, how much defense do you have? The only question I have is, we've seen quite a bit of that power already in the Mora arc. How are they going to keep it interesting? Because we know that you can't steal Ultra Instincts. What else is he going to steal? I liked how they incorporated the Ground Supreme Kai and Oob. I did enjoy that as well. I did enjoy that as well. What I do not enjoy is the fact that this Quagsire just refused to fucking die. I am furious. Okay, Bob is dead. Fuck. Also, manga, in my opinion, I like the fights with Endless Zamasu. Same. I like that way more than look, I am the universe now. Which also has... Didn't that also happen in the manga? I don't think that happened in the manga, right? But the timeline surely still got erased. So did they just erase it because it was infested with Zamasu? I don't know, I didn't much like the I am the universe now. Which... Well, I say that. On the other hand, I did like the idea of He's infused within the universe now, so the only way to get rid of him is to just yeet this entire universe, or multiverse, really. So it makes Zeno seem a little bit like less dramatic about just Thanos snapping everything. Then again, that's kind of like the point of his character, is that he's kind of a loose cannon. It's like, oh, you just go and be gone. Then again, I also... There's a lot of things about that character which are real weird. I feel like this is gonna kill... No, okay. Goku used the Omni button because they were swamped by Zamasu. That is fair. His power is more effective boo absorption. In a sense, yeah. I don't know if I'd call it more effective. It is more... Okay, it is more effective. I'm gonna go and heal. And put away my dead Pokemon. It is more effective in the sense that his personality doesn't get impacted. So if he like absorbs somebody that is fully good, like the Grand Supreme Kai, he doesn't suddenly turn into a mostly good guy, which is good for his purposes, I guess. But other than that, I don't necessarily think it is a better version, because it's only temporary, and Boo is not temporary, well, until you cut it out of him. But that's like... Let's ignore that for the time being, because it's not conducive to my argument. First and foremost, Bob, what item were you holding, and can I take it off you? The answer to the second one is definitely yes, but do I care? The real question here. Mystic Water. Okay, so I didn't even need to buy that for you. I'm very glad that I didn't. We deposit Bob. The manga is very hit or miss, but I like the idea on paper that Tora has. The Endless Zamasu, the whole training arc of Vegeta, and Gohan being the one to take out Kefla. I really did like Gohan versus Kefla. Then again, Goku's like point blank Kamehameha. I said that weird. In the anime, where he like, because he can't fly, where he grinds on her attack and just like blasts all over her face. That's what she said. It's probably my favorite. It's at least my favorite Kamehameha in the entire franchise. It's so good. It might be one of my favorite just attack sequences in the series as well. I really like that sequence. Then again, I pretty much like any sequence in like the animation when Ultra Instinct show up, so I might just be partly biased towards that. Then again, I probably like all of them because those were the sequences that got a lot of budget allocated to them. Like, Ultra Instinct Master Goku versus Jiren is, without a doubt, the best that Dragon Ball's ever looked as far as animation goes. Like, maybe Dragon Ball's Super Broly beats that, but even like Dragon Ball's Super Broly, the movie, I don't think... Like, there's a lot of very high quality animation. Like, so in quantity, it definitely beats that, and it's really awesome because of that. But in pure quality and like just awesomeness of animation, I honestly think that like that entire 2 episodes, specifically I think 131, is it? 129? Something like that. The one where Jiren tries to blow up the people watching the tournament is probably like my favorite bit of animation in Dragon Ball. Who are we going to bring? We also have a water type. I guess I'll let you choose. Also, I missed a lot of chats. Probably, once we choose this, I'm probably going to end the stream. Because we're almost 2 hours in, there's nothing much that we can do. And my voice hurts. frankly. But I'll go over these chats first. Goku used the Omni button, I've already read that. Manga hit or miss. And in a sense, I like Master Roshi outdoing Jiren. That was hilarious. I like the idea that Master Roshi has some version of, like, evasive, very basic Ultra Instinct. I like that idea. People lost their fucking shit over that when that chapter was initially released. I liked it. I like that idea. Because the idea is that Master Roshi is like 300 some years old, I think, right? So, with that amount of time to train and develop techniques and stuff like that, he would pick up on something like that. And the idea where he says, all of your teachers have been telling you, stop thinking, just do, just fight. And only now when he's like at the very highest of the hierarchy, training with Whis, is when that really clicks for him, which makes sense because Goku is a stupid motherfucker. So I also very much do like that. That is the best Kamehameha. I fucking love it. It's amazing. Personally, love Super Series alone, not counting Broly. I prefer a team up between Goku, Frieza, and 17. Also, very well choreographed and animated. I also like that from a character's perspective, and especially in the English dub. I fucking love what they did with the English dub, where Frieza calls Goku, he says, throw me at him Saiyan, something like that. In the Japanese version, he doesn't use Saiyajin. But the fact that he doesn't call him a monkey there in the heat of the moment, I very much do like that. I also prefer Vegeta's speech where he tells Goku to get on his on Jiren's level, where he says something in the neighborhood of trespass into the domain of the gods and use that power to defeat Jiren, something like that. I prefer that speech in English as well. Then again, I think Dragon Ball is one of those instances where definitely the English dub is such a high quality that it does overshadow the original quite often. Including the Broly movie, I love Gogeta versus Broly. I love that as well, but then again, anytime like a fusion, especially like Goku and Vegeta fusion shows up, things just get amazing and hectic. We still haven't chosen. I guess I just pick you because you're the highest level at this time. Next time we'll be making our way to Blaine with no water type. That is going to be fantastic. I guess Jet will be the main focus there, carrying us. I'm also getting some Lavender Town syndrome in my right ear because the Pokemon Center theme is very high pitched. Anyway, that's been it for this week. We've been live for 2 hours. I started a little bit early. I'm ending a little bit early. Talks a lot about Dragon Ball towards the end bit there, but honestly, I've my YouTube recommendations have been full of Dragon Ball What If videos as well, like pretty much just Dragon Ball fanfiction, and I'm fucking loving it. If I had more time, I would definitely like do some of that myself as well, because Dragon Ball as a series I know very, very well. And I would love to indulge with that, but I can only produce so much. So either I need money to hire people to like do the voice and editing work on it, so I can only write them, or I just need more time, which I don't have. And I prefer to focus on this channel because, you know, I'm here right now. Due to you, yeah, partly, but mostly due to you. Salad saying, Mansico X as well. His video about what if the farmer defeated Raditz kind of triggered it, I think, again in my in my recommendations, because I clicked on that because that title was outrageous and actually a fun video. And then we have I watched What If the Saiyans Were Good by, I think that is, I don't know, let me check history. I watched that today. What If the Saiyans Were Good by Salad Saiyan, yeah. I love the title, What If the Farmer defeated Raditz. And then I'm also now watching a series, What If Beers Woke Up Early, by a very small channel actually. It's essentially black, only has 6,500 subscribers. But it's an interesting scenario. I'm about 40 minutes into it. It's about an hour and a half. So I'll just drop this in the chats, the one I'm watching, because okay, I'll drop this in the chats in another tab. It's actually an interesting watch. I'm quite enjoying it. The microphone quality at the start of the video for the first 2 parts of it is kind of bad, but I do like the direction it takes, because long story short, it gives Vegeta the god powers before his redemption, which is a very interesting concept to me. So I'm quite enjoying that one as well. But I said I was going to stop the stream, I do believe. And now I'm still talking about Dragon Ball. Because, again, I just can't shut the fuck up about it. I love the series. It's very stupid, but I love it. Masako has really good... He gives all of the characters actual character. Like, he does do some voice acting as well. Which makes it very much more engaging to watch and listen to. I'll talk about this more, potentially next week. If you're around for the stream next week as well, I'm sure that we have a lot of fun talking about that. But again, it's about time for me to end anyway. My voice is absolutely killed after 2 straight hours of talking. And I need to put on a render for a animation. So, see ya!